Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, game two here in Scottsdale. Fox takes on Sioux Falls. These two teams have yet to play this season. Fox upset this morning by LA 6-3. They'll look to rebound. I'm going to start with Mason Martin in net, Andrew Kochok and Jack Langen at D. Easton Ball, Kai Molyneux, Braxton Penny at forward. Face off, Sioux Falls. To the D. Connects near side. Comes to Andrew. Andrew to Langen, takes it behind Mason. Langen back to Andrew. Andrew up ice near side through the middle. That hits a stick. Kai gets a chip on this. LA D with it. Behind the net, drags around Kai. Kai with the hit. And the puck. Slides in up top for Langen. Shot. Wide. Andrew with it. Backhand one to Jack. Jack throws this in deep. Rims around. Goalie picks it up. Delaney and Granville out now. By Dylan, Ryan, Ryder join them. Puck thrown in deep to Dylan. Dylan over to Ryan. Ryan fumbles this. Sioux Falls escapes with it. Dylan with it. Parker throws this in deep. Fox tags up. It's like no Lenny for this game. Puck to Dylan. Dylan walks in, shoots. That's blocked up over the net. Ryan steps, turns him over. Ryder turns it over. Sioux Falls exits with it. D-Ray steps, rolls him down. Ryan chips to Dylan. Dylan throws one in. Goalie gloves this. Whistle. Hartz and Taya Thornton Fink Coops. Face off to the right of the Sioux Falls goalie. Hartz wins this up to Costa. Costa, shot is blocked, down low. Hartz picks this up. Moves it to Antaya. Antaya misses Kale. Puck all the way out of his zone. Mason thought about playing it. Fink picks this up and rims it hard around for Antaya. Jake picks this up, goes through the middle, turned over. Shot, Mason saves, that goes wide. Sioux Falls can't get there. Costa with it. Moves it ahead, hits Kale in the scope. Kale with it. Throws it in the middle of Hartz. Hartz enters the zone. Dangles around, gets tied up, leaves it for Antaya. Antaya to hard, side of the net, taken by Sioux Falls. Kai off a change, picks this up. Turned over. Sioux Falls exits the zone through the middle, hits the stick of Antaya. Rolling puck comes to Andrew at the near blue line. Andrew heads up ice, joined by Day, Ball, Molyneux. Andrew shot, hits the knob up into the netting. Ball in to take the draw. Wins this to Kai, backhands one on net. Jay gets chased behind the net. Gets out from Kai. Liam pokes his freed behind the net. Rimmed around by Sioux Falls. They exit through the middle. Chips around Easton. Thrown in deep. Hits Langen skate. Goes in the corner. Andrew picks this up. Evades the hit. One hands it along. Langen picks this up. Through the middle. Taken by Kai. Kai evades. Backhands one. Cut off by Sioux Falls. Thrown in deep. Martin out to play it. Sets this up behind his net for Kochok. Andrew throws the brakes. Comes near side. Chips to Langen. Langen through the middle. Hits Ball. Ball drags this in. Far side, hits Langen. Jack in the middle. Liam, shot saved. Parker drags it around one. Slides it over to Langen. Jack shot tip. Loose. Pie on the doorstep. Can't find it. Sioux Falls exits. No, they don't. Langen keeps this in. Jack steps up. Throws this in deep. Sioux Falls behind the net. Dylan's going to pick this off. Dylan cuts to the middle. Poked off his stick right to Parker. Parker backs out. Throws it to Dylan. Dylan tries to go to Ryder. That hits his skate. Not all the way in. Now Dylan throws it in deep. Takes a weird bounce, comes right to Ryder. Ryder takes a look. He's in the corner. Ryder skates up along the dot. Backhands one to Parker. Parker kicks it to himself, throws it in deep. Too far for Ryan, but comes to Dylan behind the net. Dylan's tied up. Sioux Falls skates into this. Through the middle. It's out of the zone. Granville with it. Slides this behind them. Sioux Falls takes this, enters the zone with it. Mason plays it behind his net. Rings one around for Dylan. Dylan steps down. He's not going to get there. Stepped in the zone. Granville with the hit. Parker with the help. Parker goes through the feet. Ryan skates into it. Ryan exits. Gets a little tip from Dylan. Ryan goes down to the knee. Turned over. Rims all the way around for Fink. Jack keeps this in. Backhands it along for Ryder. Too strong. Fox gets a change. Partially. Hart's out. Dylan has his pocket pick. Gets it back. It's help from Adams, but comes to Hart. He backhands this right to Sioux Falls. Dylan can't lay the hit. Sioux Falls with it. Shot blocked by Coop. Big rebound. Side of the net. Costa with it. Costa's got Dylan up ahead. Hits him. Dylan's got Hart's and Adams. Through the middle. Adams shot. Save. Rimmed all the way out. That's going to be an issue. Maybe not. Oh, Fink's going to get there. Slides this along. Hart's. Quintea. Tied up. Puck top three. Sioux Falls with it. Chipped in the zone. Andrew with it. Out of the zone. Hart, Storrington, and Taylor, Langen, Krochuk. Tied up. Hart wins this to Kale. He wins it back to Jack. Langen to Krochuk. Krochuk slides this to Langen. Jack over to Kale. Kale enters, throws one far corner for Antea. Antea doesn't get there. Hart does, though. And Jake with it. Taking off his stick. Hart skates into it. Over to Andrew. Andrew around one. Throws the breakdown at the blue line. Spins out. Andrew still with it. Sends a shot through. It goes wide. Antea. Spin shot through the crease. Kale gets chased. Kale gets there. Leaves it for Ball. Ball and Kale. Up in the air. Kale gloves this down. Ties it up. Gets help from Ball. Now Penny. Kale still in there. Puck pop free to Andrew. Andrew walks the blue line. Ball with a broken stick. Andrew delays. Goes to Kale. Side of the net. Save. Oh my gosh. Net got kicked off. Ball thrown out of the dot. Penny in. Out there with Day, Duraney, Granville. They have one. Liam picks this up, rims it in deep. Sioux Falls takes it. Rolling puck. Penny on the forward check. Gets around him. Exits the zone. In deep. Martin plays this along. Braxton with it with time. Kicks it ahead to, nope. Tried to kick it to Duraney. Got caught up in Braxton's skates. He spins it back to Jack Granville. Jack drops it for Parker. Parker moves this to Braxton. Braxton enters. Ball drags the skate. Braxton has his pass deflected into the corner. Ball with the reverse hit. Puck tied up. Penny into help. Ball pops the puck free. Sioux Falls skates out with it. Turned away by Gay. Through his feet out of the zone line. Good stick at the blue line by Parker. Slows this down. Sioux Falls throws this in deep. Gets a change. Martin to Duraney. Duraney reverses this for Granville. Jack off the end boards. Parker gets there. Parker one-hands this along for Liam. Liam can't chip this out. Granville with the hit. Puck loose. Sioux Falls comes away with it. Shot blocked by Parker. Randall sticks, slows this down, cuts to the middle, walks down low, shot, save, loose side of the net. Ryan's line out now with Fink and Coops. Fink wins this out of the zone. Dylan can't settle it. Sioux Falls chips in front of the bench. Ryan with the hit. Coops with the puck. Costa slides this to Adams. Drags it on one with numbers. Enters the zone over to Dylan. Dylan has that poked off his stick into the corner. Adams gets chase taken away from him by Sioux Falls. That might be on Mason. He comes way out to play it. Slides it over to Coops. Coops, that's batted up in the air. Dylan gloves this down. Knocked off the puck. Sioux Falls with it. Chip through the middle. Doesn't connect. Coops, or Fink with the hit, rather. Coops for the puck. Coops rims this hard around. Ryder doesn't get there. Sioux Falls keeps this. Backhanded in deep. Fink picks this up behind Mason. Goes the breakdown and runs it over to Costa. Costa up for Adams. D steps, keeps this in. Top three to Costa. Back to Sioux Falls. Tied up along the board still. Coops tries to pull this out D side and does. Fink and hits Ryder with it. Ryder gets it back. Flips it near side now. Out of the zone. Fox gets a change. Sioux Falls still with it. Chips in. Pass connects into the corner. Andrew ties him up. Gets help from Hartz. Japes behind the net with it. Hartz forces them back. Got in that. Mason checks the door. Now it's coming. Hartz, Storrington, and Taya, Langen, Crochon. Draw to the right of Martin. One to Langen. Langen skates his behind the net to Taya on his backhand. Jake can't handle this. Turned away. Sioux Falls to the point. D to D. Shot. Mason fights this off. Skips over his skate. Taya gets Jake. Doesn't get there. Jake does now. He's got Kale with him. Tied up. Kale pulls this out. Tries to move it to Hartz. Hartz with the stick lift. Puck free. Through the middle. It doesn't connect. Taya with it. Kale on it now. Kale ran off this puck. Sioux Falls with it. Enters the zone. Pulls it back out. Throws it in deep now. Mason settles it for Langen. To Andrew. Through the middle. Penny tips this ahead to Kai. Kai enters with Braxton and Jay. Puck hits a skate. Braxton has it in the corner. He's got Durante up top. Can't get it to him. Braxton's still with it. Run by Sioux Falls. Two side. They exit near side. Chips in around Parker. Mason plays this side of the net. Rims it around for Liam. Liam through the middle to Braxton. Poked off his stick. Turned over. In all alone. Shot wide. Goes out of the zone. Via Sioux Falls. No icing. High, hard on the forecheck. Rim near side. Parker can't pick this up. Skips over his stick. Ryan with it now. Ryan heads straight up ice. He's got Kai and Ryder. Ryan slides this to Kai. Back to Ryan. Tip wide. Ryder to Ryan. Behind the net. Turned over. He calls rims this near side. Fink steps. Gets there. In his feet. Ryan pulls it out. Ryan tries to fly through. He does. Over the feet. Shot. Great. Ryan's line with Vincent Coop. Puck one up to Jack. Settles it at the blue line. Sends one through. Cut off by Dylan. Side of the net. Dylan Ryan wide. Puck rimmed all the way out. Icing called. Ryan wins this defense. Down low for Adams. Adams loose. Dylan scores. Hartz and Taya Thornton. Pro-Chalk Langa now. It's off. Sioux Falls. D to D. Through the middle. Comes to Andrew. Andrew heads up ice. Pitches in deep. Sioux Falls. With it in the corner. Pulls it out. Goes deep side. Flips through the middle. Pro-Chalk gloves this down to himself. Throws this in deep. Goalie out to play it. He wins it near side. Thrown down low now. Flips out of the zone again. Andrew with it. Reverses out. Moves it to Kale. Kale skates this in. Goes through the middle. Doesn't connect with Hartz. He falls with it. D to D through the middle. Andrew gets a stick on this. No icing. Andrew on it. Penny wanted it. Andrew can get it to him. Langen picked off. Drags around. Langen stands him up. Puck in deep. Ball. First one there. Turned over side of the net. Behind the net. Andrew gets a stick on this. Slows it down. Langen goes off the glass. Penny moves this through. Ball gets chased. Ball. Stick lifts. Gets it. Slides it. Kai. Penny scores. Takes off one. Sioux Falls. Penny on it. Doesn't get there. Puck comes free to Granville. Jack slides himself towards the Kai. Pokes up his stick right back to Jack. Jack backhands one through the middle of Penny. Penny's got Kai wide. Sends one through. Tip hits the body. That's in. I think Kai's going to get that one. Ryan wins this forward right to Sioux Falls. Chance on this. They throw it in deep. Mason out to play it. Puts it up behind the net. Dylan with it. Shot in deep by Sioux Falls. Ryan exits up. Oh, Dylan. I'm going to get a interference here on Dylan. Hearts and Taya, Pink and Hoops. Go into the box for interference. Face off one, Sioux Falls. B with it. Hearts get to stick on this. Sioux Falls still with it. Near side now. Down low. In the corner. Top. Hearts with the block. Shot goes once. Sioux Falls with it. To the bumper. Taken away by Antaya. Hearts up top. Chip past him. Down low. Pink with the hit. Gets a pick from the ref. Hoops with the hit. Up rimmed up by Sioux Falls. Shot through. It hits a body. Comes to Fink. Fink throws this all the way down. Box changes. Adams and Penny. Coach off and lineman. Hits Adams. Throws this in deep. Goalie gloves this down. Plays it along behind his net. Out of his zone. It doesn't connect. Andrew skates over to it. Throws this all the way down. Penny gets this. Overskates this. Sioux Falls with it. Adams slides down for it. Past him. Poked away by Andrew. Sioux Falls enters his zone. Connects. Goes wide. Andrew gets a stick on this. Gets the rest of it. He rolls it all the way down. Penny off. Tie on. Sioux Falls with it. Thrown down. Connects. Hits ball. Offside. 2 seconds left on Dylan's penalty. They stop one, Sioux Falls. Dylan's out of the box. Gay skates into it. Drops for Dylan. Doesn't connect. Sioux Falls B with it now. Tips through the middle. Parker picks this up. Slides it far side to Day. Day enters. Slides it to Ryan. Pokes off his stick. Dylan with it. Tries to slide one to Parker as time expires. All right, start of the second period. 3-0, Fox advantage. Torrington and Taya Hart, Granville, Duraney, Martin. Face off, Hartz wins over to Duraney. Parker hits a stick, goes to Granville. Backhands this for Parker behind the net. Parker up for Taya, picked off by Sioux Falls. In the slot, scores. Face off, Sioux Falls. Ball stands him up. Penny finished him off. Puck three in the middle. Drop to the D. Tie with the stick lift. Puck comes up to the point. Sends one down low. Far side. Mason shuts the door. Take with it. Chips this out of the zone. Pass Braxton. Icing's waved off. Braxton gets chased. Turns him over. Out of the zone now. Oops. Throws this in deep. Foley plays this. Behind the net for his deep. Cycled. D to D. Chips around Kyle. Coop stands him up, gets it to Kai, moves it over to Penny. Penny enters the zone, drops the ball. Ball down low for Kai. Kai picks it up in the corner. Tries to center one, hits the ref skates, comes to Sioux Falls. Penny harasses. Ryan gets a skate on this, hits Braxton. Braxton keeps it in, though, pitches it into the corner. Kai gives chase. Gets there first. Tries to slide one through, taken by Sioux Falls, then out. Oh, Mason keeps this, moves it through the middle to Ryan. Ryan to Ryder, enters the zone with Dylan, and Andrew far side. Tries to slide it to Dylan, taken by Sioux Falls out of the zone. Langen to Ryan, to Andrew. Soft chip to Dylan. Dylan enters at the dot. Shot. Paddle save. Ryder slides this up to Andrew. Andrew walks, tries to send a pass over. That's taken away, 2-on-1. Langen races back. Andrew races back. Fanned on. Mason with the, nope, shot goes wide. I thought he got a glove on it. Up, sent down deep. Centered, loose in the middle. Ryan comes away with it. 2-on-2 with Adam. Dylan joins late. 3-on-2 offside. Granville with this. Throws it in. Hits a body. Offsides. Hartson, Taya, Day, Granville, Duraney. It's off one. Sioux Falls and Taya steps. Can't quite get there. Sioux Falls with it. Taya ties him up in the corner. Gets help from Hartz. Hartz pulls this out. D side. Sioux Falls with it. Sioux Falls chips. Hits the linesman. Puck bounces along the boards to Taya. And Taya tries to go up the boards to Duraney. Holds the line with a skate. Now, nope, kept in. Goalie plays this along. Hartz skates over for it. Up from Taya. Puck with Sioux Falls behind the net. Hartz with the head. And Taya in to help. Taken by Sioux Falls. It's around Liam. Skates out 3-on-2. Chips around Granville. Picks it up far side through the middle. Taken away by Duraney. Parker with the hit. Granville with the puck. Throws it behind the net. Fox will go to the power play here. Sioux Falls throws this down right on Mason. Gets it up for Parker. Parker behind the net. Leaves it for Ryan. Nope, he skates it out himself. Now goes to Ryan. And it skates. Ryan with it. Cuts to the middle. Over to Andrew. Goes the brakes on. Goes to Parker. Parker back to Andrew. Andrew, top of the circle. Slides one back door. Parker can't get there. Sioux Falls is going to skate this out. Nope, Parker keeps it in. Tied up. One free to Parker. Over to Ryan. Top of the circle. Ryan goes in the middle for Ryder. Shot. Doesn't make it through. Ryder throws this behind the net. Sioux Falls gets there. Oh, boy. Dylan went for a hit as the player was falling. That comes to Andrew. To Ryan. To Parker. 52 seconds left on the power play. Parker with it. Slides it behind the net. Picked off by Sioux Falls. Oh, geez. Tries to clear it. Hit its own defenseman. Popped into the crease. Dylan keeps this in. Ryder rips it up top for Ryan. Fox resets. Andrew with it at the top. Backhands one for Ryan. He skates down into it. Looks back door Parker. Looks back door for Ryder. Doesn't connect. 30 seconds left on the power play. Dylan with it. Parker. It's in his feet. Gets it back. Slides it between Andrew and Ryan. That's going to come out of his own. Fox changes here. Ball enters. Shot save. 12 seconds left on the power play. Penny's line out with Langen and Fink. Sioux Falls throws this out of his own right on Mason. Kai skates into it. Heads up ice. That'll do it for the power play. Up in the air. Kept in by Fink. Down low. Ships around Fink. Icing on his up. Beat out though. Langen holds them along the wall. Centering pass picked off by Braxton. Braxton overstates this. Drops it for ball. Ball's got Kai. Easton goes wide. Backhands one down low to Penny. Shot. Save. Covered. Picks up one along the board. Kai with the puck. Sends one way high. That was a high stick by Fox. Sioux Falls touches it first though, so we keep playing. In on Coops. Keeps him up top. Fink with the stick lift. Puck below the goal line. Fink rims this around. Braxton gets there a little bit. Kai's going to skate into this. Kai around one. Goes down. Kai walks in. Doesn't get a shot off. Day calls for in the middle. Kai can't get it to him. Day centers one. Doesn't make it through. That's up in the air. Hartz gets a stick on this. Pitched in deep. Day gives chase. Doesn't get there. Turned over. Catches Fox in the change. Granville swipes at this. Parker on it. Tied up. Up top three to Parker. Moves it today. In his feet. Can't corral it. Delaney avoids the hit. Thrown in deep. Early sets this up. Turned away by Teuscher. Chipped ahead. Granville gets a body on this. Failed. Pokes this up in the air. Pops down to Sioux Falls. Loose on the goal line. Day turned over. Mason pokes this away. Still loose. Ryan pokes it out of his own. Nope. Still in. Shot through. Easy glove save from Mason. Lions line out. Wins this draw. Sioux Falls takes it behind the net though. Sun is one shot. Doesn't get much of this. Taken by Langham. Chips it out for Adams. Adams exits. Dylan lets this go through his feet. Ryan can't play out. Andrew pokes at it. Kept in offside. High Easton Braxton out. Face off one, Sioux Falls. So now Kai gets to the middle. Cuts left, shot, save. Behind the net now. Sides one through the middle. Kai gets a piece of this. Can't get it out though. Now he does. He's got Penny with him. Kai goes wide. Shoots side of the net. Up in the zone momentarily. Now it's out. Langen tries to slam this up the wall. Taken by Sioux Falls. Enters 2-on-1. And our Scoops gets a stick on this. Penny skates it out. He's got Kai. Kai catches this. Delays. Spins out. Tries to find Penny backdoor. Can't. Kai still with it. Drops it for Parker. Post away. Parker gets back and gets a stick on this. Throws it in deep. Fox changes. Behind the net. Sioux Falls with it. Through the middle. Hart's. Oh, can't get all of this. Puck sent in deep. Delaney picks this up. Back into the long. Sioux Falls takes this. Hits Kale. Loose shot. Save. Covered. That will be an ice cut. All right, start of the second half here. 7:54 left. Second period. Lightfield, Penny, Molyneux are your goal scorers. Ball, Penny, Molyneux, Duraney, Granville. Face off one out of the zone by Sioux Falls. Ty and Braxton in on the forecheck. Thrown through Braxton's feet. Tip past Parker. Ball gets back for it though. Ball takes a look. Cuts through the middle. Pass hits a stick. Bounces to Kai. Kai tries to drag it around. Gets it back. Throws it in the zone. Tossed over Kai stick. Chipped in deep by Sioux Falls. Granville. Mason. Poked away from Mason, but right to Jack. Jack. Bouncing puck to Kai. Down low. Mason on the goal line. Leaves it for Granville. Jack with it. Moves it over to Parker. Parker rips it ahead. Behind ball. Doesn't connect. He falls with it. Cut off by Kai. Kai walks down to the dot. Drags it through. Braxton. Puck is on the side of the net. Whistle. Ryan, Dylan, Ryder, Costa, Jack Fink. Sioux Falls behind the net. Dylan goes for the stick lift. Sioux Falls spins out. Goes off the glass. Picked in by Adams. Oh, excuse me. Sioux Falls tries to chip out. Cut off by Dylan. Kept in. Oops. Back in to Cindy. Ryan in now. Chips past Dylan. Through the middle. Connects. And on Fink. Fink with the hit. Sioux Falls with the puck still. Shot. Easy glove save. And Taya Thornton Hearts. St. Pete's. Puck up to the point. Chip down low. Fink ties him up. Hoops. Swipes this along. Gets up from Hearts. Sioux Falls takes it. Ties up in the corner. Pops free to Hearts. And Teo with it. Now he's got Kale. Drake gets this in deep. Moves it to Kale. Kale tries to slide into Hearts. Misses him. Hearts on it. Rims just down low. Cut off by Sioux Falls. Chipped over to Hearts. Hearts to Kale. Kale centers one. Hits off Hearts. Goes through the crease. Sioux Falls. Chips this in deep. That should be icing. And it is. Ball, Day, Penny. Kochak, Langen. Sioux Falls connects. Langen keeps them wide. Pokes this away. Andrew gets a stick on it. Glove down by Liam. Turned over. Puck batted up in the air. Langen with it. Back to Andrew. Andrew slides it through the middle. That's going to be touched by Sioux Falls indeed. Going out to play it. Goes off the boards. Right to Liam. Picks it to himself. Penny with it. Braxton. Easton calling for it. Can't get it to him. Braxton. Shot. Glove save. Dorsher, Adams, Lakefield over the boards now. Langen and Coops, or Langen and Krochok stay. Takes off one, Sioux Falls. Rimmed around. Dylan gets chased. Oh, jeez. Dylan's going to go for a trip here. Dylan to the box for a trip. Toysher and Adams, Langen and Coach Chalk all stay out. It's off. Sioux Falls. Ryan pokes this away. Ryan's off to the races. In behind the D. Ryan skates in. Shoots. Nope, has that poked away. Never gets a shot off. Sioux Falls passes this out of the zone. Picked off by Langen. Backhanded along to Adams. Adams in behind the D. Throws the brakes on. Hart's over the boards now. Adams off and Taya on. Rimmed around by Mason out of the zone. Sioux Falls with it. Throws in deep. Mason swipes at this. He's not going to get it. Backhand is cut off by Hart. Hart backhands this out of the zone. Sioux Falls drops. In on Andrew. Cuts to the middle. Poked away. Picks this back up, though. 35 seconds left on the power play. Sioux Falls still with it. Sent down low. Up to the point. Around him. Shot. Tipped. Up into the netting. Kalen Braxton, Granville, and Duraney. Braxton in to take the draw. 22 seconds left on the penalty kill, rather. It's off one by Sioux Falls. Down low. Parker gets a stick on this. Up to the point. D to D. Kale just misses this. Shot through. With the save. Kale ties him up. Poked along. Granville. Kale turned over. Shot through. Tipped wide. Down low. Ball skates into this. Moves it to Penny. Penny over to Kale. Kale's got ball and Penny. Goes to ball. Through his feet. Parker goes down. They get in behind him. Kale lays out for it. Doesn't get there. Mason with the save. Duraney with it. Chips this out of the zone. Glove down by Sioux Falls. Ball pulls this out. He's got Braxton and Kai now. Centered. Cut off by Sioux Falls. Shipped out of the zone. Granville cuts this off. Gets a stick on it. Up in the air. Sioux Falls with it. Kai swipes at it. Doesn't get there. Ryan pokes this. Sioux Falls takes it though. Enters the zone. Ryan on the back check. Frees this up. Kai's got Ryder up ahead. Skates it in instead. Poked up this way. Sioux Falls chips along. Far side through the middle. Pinballs. Not out. Tie in on the forecheck. Adams slows this down. Gets help from Toyson. Kai slides this along. Picked off by Sioux Falls. Kai swipes at it. Sioux Falls rims this around. He's the first one there. Fink over now. Fink with the hit. Fucked it along the end boards. Toysher rims this around. Dylan's not going to get there. Sioux Falls keeps this in. Puck comes to Ryan. Ryan through the middle, misses Ryder. Throwing in to the corner. Sioux Falls offside. They're going to have to touch up, and they do. Fink with it through the middle. Hits Dylan. Rolls along the blue line. Sioux Falls moves this out. Keeps with the hit. Adams with the puck soft chip. Hits the skate. D to D. Sioux Falls through the middle. Tip in behind the D. Toe drag kick with the puck. Shot. Mason with the save. Mason with another save and a cover. Face off one by Hartz to Krochok. Throws this off the glass. That's going to be a nice one. Face off one. Goes in between Langen's feet. Sioux Falls gets there. Jack lays the body. Andrew with the body. Tips this puck around. Sioux Falls takes it up to the point. Shot. Day gets a block on this. Comes to Sioux Falls. Shot through the crease. Liam on it. Through the middle. Hits Antea off his backhand. Hartz ties this up. That will do it for the period. Easton, Braxton, ties Jack Granville, and Parker. Takes off one. Poked away by Parker. Sitting on the blue line. Kai. Soft chip ahead. Taken by Sioux Falls. Skates into this. Gets it back to the D zone. Goes to the D. Penny on the forecheck. Not going to get there. Puck through the middle. 2-on-2. Slot shot wide. Rebound. Mason with the save. Big bounce off the end boards. Kai picks this up. Turned over. Sioux Falls enters. Drops. Braxton on the back check. Ties the stick up. Behind the net with Parker. Rims it around for Kai. Kai with it. Turned over. Parker forces him to retreat. Dropped in behind him. Penny picks him up. Thrown in deep. Comes right to Easton. Easton cycles it for Parker. Parker skates through the middle now. Parker still with it. Enters the zone. Shot is blocked. Parker behind the net now. Up in the air. Off the end boards. It's by Granville. In on Mason. Over the net. JG picks this off. Chips. Jake couldn't quite get there. Hartz picks this up behind the goal line. Sends it behind the net for Parker. Long shift for Parker. He just ices this down. Jake, Kale, Mason, Costa, Jack Fink. Hartz wins this to Fink. Fink goes behind the net. Got Antea. Moves it to him. Antea through the middle to Hartz. Hartz enters with Kale. Kale shoots. Save. Hartz wins this to the board. Kale moves this up to Fink. He rings it around for Antea. Antea skates into this. Goes the brakes on. Tied up. Hartz with it. Hartz wins this down low. Goes the brakes on. Taken down. Coop steps up. Keeps this down low. Now to Hartz. Hartz with the body and the puck. Oh, tried to slide one through the middle of the Kale. Hit some skates. Sioux Falls poked away by Kale. Fink with the body. Coops with the puck. Coop throws the brakes on. Heads up ice over to Antea. Off Antea's stick. Turned over, but to Fink. Fink skates this up. Antea and Hartz change. Rims this around. Adams isn't going to get there. Swipes at it. Sioux Falls D escapes. Adams harasses him on the back check. He skates this in though. Chipped in deep. Splits the D. Andrew rides him off this puck. Comes right to Sioux Falls. Shot. Mason shuts the door. Dylan with a block into the corner. Fink with the body. Sioux Falls with the puck. Ryan pokes it away. Ryan in the corner. Chips. Ryan's helmet pops off with the hit. Sioux Falls to the box for a high stick. Ball, Molyneux, Penny, Duraney, Crochaw. Ball wins this. Sioux Falls skates into it though. Throws this out of the zone. Mason out to play it. Settles it for Parker. Parker behind the net. Takes the drop to Kai. Skates out with it to Andrew. Andrew in around has his pocket pick turned over. Parker picks this back up. Leaves it for Easton. Easton skates into it. Skates around one. Cuts through the middle. Easton winds up. Goal line shot. Save. Loose in the crease. Thrown out of his head. Martin settles this. Moves it up for Kai. And brings it right back. Kai wraparound scores. Liam, Mason, Kale, Parker, Jack Granville. 4-1 Fox lead now. Face off. Parker. Hands on this. Gets it back. Throws it in deep. Glove down. Jay with the hit. Through the middle. Chips past Parker. He gets back. Throws this over to Day. Day to Kale. Kale skates this up. Enters the zone. Soft chip to Day. Poked off his stick. Right back to Kale. Rims this around for Parker. Off the glass. Parker. No, that supposedly hit the netting. Same 5 stay out. Face off 1. Sioux Falls. Day harasses. Sioux Falls escapes near side with it now. Chipped off the boards. Parker stands this up hard. That's just poked away from him. D to D. Chip past Kale. Chipped in deep. In on Mason. Slides this behind the net for Parker. Parker backhands one to Kale. Kale pass to Day. Day comes back to Kale. Kale skates in. Still with it. Kale goes wide. Throws the brakes on. Gets taken down. Dylan stops this. Granville with it now to Andrew. Andrew back to Dylan. Dylan to Ryan. Shot. Save. It's off. Ryan with it. Turns the corner. Backside Langen scores. Ryan wins this forward. Dylan gives chase. Dylan's the first one there. Up underneath Dylan. Turned over. Sioux Falls with it. Chip through the middle. Up thrown in deep. Sioux Falls has to tag up, and they do. Mason leaves it for Andrew. Andrew to Langen. Back to Andrew. Misses him. Up comes to Dylan. Turned over in the feet. Ryan kicks it ahead. He's got Dylan and Ryder. Ryder enters. Too far for Dylan. Or for Ryan, rather. Ryan knocks off this puck. Poked along for Dylan. Tries to go to the middle for Andrew. Too steep of a pitch. Thrown in the zone. In behind Andrew. Langen. Shot. Save. Mason. Andrew picks this up. Throws the brakes on. Avoids the hit. Moves it behind the net for Jack. Jack picks this up. Soft kick to Dylan. Dylan through the middle. Misses Ryder, but ball not going to skate in it. Sioux Falls enters. Shot. Hits the post. Behind the goal line now. Easton tries to reverse this. Turnover. Andrew gets back. Gets a stick on this. Behind the net. Easton still with it. Slides it around. Sioux Falls with it. Good pressure here from them. Cycled in deep. Andrew ties it up. Ball picks it up. Ball off the board for Ty. Ty escapes. Enters the zone. Throws the brakes on. Waits for help. Tries to, nope, still has it. Spins back down low. Switches with Braxton. Ty centers one. Coops with a look at it. Braxton holds the line. Sends this in deep. Mason gets chased. Sioux Falls gets there first. Ty and Penny collide. Ty goes down. Chips around. Coops. Finks pick him up though. Through the middle. Hartz gets a stick on this. Up in the corner. Penny pitches this out. Jay gives chase. Poked away by Hartz. Hartz has Nkea. Hartz tries to force one to Jay. Turned over. Sioux Falls with it. 2-on-2. Granville stands him up. Braxton. Delaney with it, rather. Pokes free. Chips. In behind Liam. Liam, oh no. Mason with the save. Liam's going to go for a trip here. Langen and Crochamp join Antea and Thornton. Hale in to take the draw. Loses it. Down low. Hits a skate. Langen and Kale. Kale pulls this out of the zone. Chip. And Teo picks him up. Through the middle. Connects. Langen picks this up. Puck up in the air. Rips down deep. Andrew over for it through the middle. Picked off. Down low. Behind the goal line. Langen skates into this. Throws this out of the zone. Box changes. Adams and Toysher with Hoops and Fink. Sioux Falls escapes. They let the break out. Near side. Hoops forces him back. Thrown in. Mason up to play it. Backhand's one-on-one picked up by Sioux Falls. They rim it up to the point. Adams gloves this down. Hoops throws this deep. 40 seconds left on the PK. Adams circles. Sioux Falls escapes with it. Hoops stands him up. Rolling puck. Dylan throws this out of his zone. Goalie settles it on the goal line. In the middle, connects. Near side. Granville sends him wide with the hit. Through the middle, ball. He gets just enough of this. Rips it hard around. Dylan's going to skate into this. Dylan pulls it back to east side. Moves it to Parker. Liam out of the box now. Box back to full strength. Parker with it. Ridden off this puck. Sioux Falls is going to go for a hold here. Ryan Ryder, Dylan, Andrew Parker. .5:59 left in the game. Puck comes right up to Parker. Takes it off the boards. Moves it down for Adams. Adams moves it back up for Ryan. Ryan with it. The hash mark. Slides it up to Parker. Parker walks the blue line. Sends one over to Andrew. Andrew top of the circle. Rolling puck over to Ryan. Ryan walks down that. Hits a body. Hits two bodies. Never makes it through. Andrew leaves this to Ryan. Nope. Pulls it out himself. Parker. Ryan heads up. Kicks this in deep. Ryan goes and gets it. He's got Parker in the middle. Doesn't go to him. Up top to Andrew now. Andrew to Ryan. Tipped by Dylan up into the netting whistle. Minute 13 left on the power play. Ball gets this drop to the point. Langen, Coops, Kai. Down low, Penny, Langen. Can't find that. Coops with it. Sends one over to Kai. Kai walks down low, drops it for Easton. Easton moves it down to Kai. Kai up to Costa. 50 seconds left on the power play. Costa to Kai. Kai, Braxton, shot, save. Costa hacks one wide. Penny to ball. Ball to Langen. Jack, shot over the net. Chipped out of the zone. 20 seconds left on the power play. Mason with it. Leaves it for Kai. Kai, Langen. Hits Hartz. Pops free. Kai picks this back up. Kai, tight turn with the puck. Do a lot of contact. Kai still with it. Goes down. Drops it for Costa. Costa to Langen. 3 seconds left on the power play. Jack through the middle of the Hartz. Hartz kicks this in. Back to full strength. Langen. Sends one through. Loose. Big rebound. Hartz stick lift. Gets this. Moves this down low. Gets ridden off this puck. Sioux Falls with it. Through the middle. Langen picks this off. Pokes it free. Hartz throws this in deep. Tail gets chased. Sioux Falls connects in front of their bench. And on Granville. Drops. Fans on it. And Teo with it. Tries to chip this out. Comes to Granville. To Duraney. Parker through the middle of the Kale. Kale's got Ryan with him. Kale to Ryan. Misses Ryan. Puck in deep. Now Adams gives chase. Either D that comes out of the zone. Day throws this in deep. Fox tags up. Sioux Falls pulls back with the puck. Through the middle. Picked off by Ryan. Ryan to Liam. Liam can't drag this through. Turns him away. Liam kicks it to himself. Shot save. Sioux Falls chips in deep. Hits a skate. Andrew races over. Gets his stick on this. Slows it down enough. Sioux Falls exits. Liam stops this. Chips it ahead to himself. Too far. Sioux Falls with it. Stick a ball breaks this up. Andrew pitches this in far corner. Adams gets chase. D to D behind the net. Skates it out near side. Through the middle, Penny almost picks this off. That connects with the skate. Oh, Jack throws this off the end boards. Lenny gloves it down on the bench. Shot, Mason glove save. It's off in the feet. Sioux Falls with it through the middle, doesn't connect. D to D near side for them. Through the middle, just pass ball. Poked away by Andrew. Bouncing puck. Kai skates into it. Kai heads up ice, chips at the ball. Ball. Gains the blue line. Throws the brakes on. Takes a look. Backhands one in deep. Kai with it. Centers one. Oh, Penny. Behind the net, Braxton gives chase. Sioux Falls with it. Kale pokes this away right to Braxton. Braxton turned over. Sioux Falls catches this in the zone. In behind my Langen. Pass doesn't connect. Andrew skates out with it. He's got Antea and Thornton. Andrew with it. Over to Jake. Puck sits on the blue line. Kyle ran off this puck. Throws this in deep. Goalie gloves it down. Sioux Falls with it. Through the middle. Up in the air. Knocked down to Fink. Chips this ahead. Hits Kale. Kale enters the zone. Goes wide. Slides one up. Intercepted. And the net Coops rims this around. Shot blocked by Day. Pulls this out of the zone. 15 seconds left. Fink stands him up at the blue line. Coops rims it around for Day. Gets a body on this. Can't poke it out though. Sent down low side of the net. Mason pokes it around. And that will do it. Hawks back in action tomorrow. 4-ish local time. Taking on Dallas.
I yeah. Where can be from?